Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we are gonna talk about neural networks. But before that, let me tell you that I have created playlist for almost for many of the machine learning algorithms like linear regression, logistic regression, multivariate regression, or you can say yes, I have also created playlist on KNN, K-means, and I have also created two more playlists like one of decision trees and another one is SVM. So all of them I have created from scratch without the use of any library like sklearn or keras or anything like that. I have created every single algorithm from scratch and I have explained everything in detail. So if you like to learn machine learning from starting point, that where you should get into the machine learning point, then you should go and check out my linear regression series, because that is the first series that I have uploaded, and in that I have explained gradient descent and all the other things that is almost important for many other algorithms in very detail. And also gradient descent is also going to be is going to help us in neural networks. So if you haven't watched that video, then I'll suggest you that you should go and check out my linear regression series, so you will have an idea of everything, that why we are doing this. Or because whenever we do machine learning or anything like that, people do not have any idea like why they are doing something or what is the requirement of this thing. Like, okay, if we have two thetas like theta 0, theta 1, or you can say that we have weight and bias, so what is the use of the weights and what is the use of the bias, and how do we come up to this solution? Like, why, how do we come up with, like, okay, we are gonna need bias or we are gonna need the weight. So all of that I have explained in my linear regression series, and you should go and check those series out. So now in this video I am gonna explain or talk about neural networks. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. So guys, neural networks are specialized machine learning algorithms that is inspired from how a human brain works, and hence produces much better results than traditional ML algorithms. Okay, so neural networks comes under deep learning, and deep learning is a part of machine learning. Okay, so you can say that neural networks are specialized machine learning algorithms using which you can do classification, you can do regression. And if I talk about the latest work that neural networks have been doing, they are just fantastic, and I will make a separate video of give you the idea about like what is the latest things that you can do using neural networks. And in this video I just wanted to talk you like, okay, why does neural networks are better than traditional ML algorithms. In this video I'm gonna just keep it for classification, but the same idea goes into the regression as well. Okay, so now the neural networks are inspired from how a human brain works. And basically in human brain we have neurons, and that neurons, let's suppose we have 1,000 neurons. Okay, although we have like billions or maybe even trillions of neurons in our brain, but let's suppose we have 1,000 neurons. So what happens is that the data that flows into our mind goes through those neurons. Let's suppose I am seeing something from my eye, so that data from my eye is being transferred using those neurons, or everything, like anything or everything that we think about has to be transferred through those neurons. Okay, so they are connected together very sophisticatedly. So this is the idea behind neural networks. Like, okay, because human brain is one of the uh, amazing machine, you can say that humans also have not been able to understand it fully. So but in this case what we are going to do is we are going to take the example of neurons. Okay, so this is a neuron, this is a neuron, this is a neuron, then all of these are neurons. Okay, and you can say that, okay, we have neurons, and what do we say, that all of these neurons are connected to each other. So this neuron is connected to the neuron in the next layer, to all the neurons in the next layer, and similarly with this neuron, and similarly with this neuron. Now like this, all of the neurons are connected to the to every other neuron in the next layer. So why this is good? The reason behind that neural networks are so good is that they can achieve a great level of non-linearity. So what is non-linearity, if you may ask? So let's take some data. Okay, so let me just draw it. So if we talk about classification, so what we can say that, okay, what kind of algorithm we are gonna need to classify this data? We can say that, okay, we will need a linear classification algorithm to classify this data. And what do we mean by linear classification? It means that this line is always going to be straight. So this line is always going to be straight. So this is a linear classifier. Okay, like no matter how long you stretch it, it is always going to be of the same slope. Okay, so now this is pretty easy, but when we talk about non-linear data, so let me draw some non-linear data on this. So let's suppose we have this data. Now to separate this data, we will need a boundary like this. Okay, to separate this data, and as you can see that this boundary line is not straight. So how we can solve this problem? Now there are many non-linear, you can say that we have many non-linear algorithms in machine learning, in general machine learning, that we can use to classify this, or we can even use logistic regression, or with after transforming this data into a 3D data, or we can use one versus one or many versus one or anything like that. So we can use all of that, and it is not a big problem, but it is still easy. Now let's suppose we are making something even more difficult. Okay, let's suppose we are saying, and every other part is x. Okay, so now to classify this is going to be a very big problem, to classify this data for traditional ML algorithms. Let's suppose, so the boundary is going to be something like this. I'm just taking an example. It is not compulsory that it is going to be something like this, but yes, I'm just taking an example. So boundary line can be something like this. Okay, now this algorithm is very hard to solve, or this boundary line is very hard to solve with the traditional machine learning algorithm, and you can even make it more complex. So that's why it is very hard to do that. But when what we are doing here is, let's suppose we have a neuron. Okay, we have another neuron, we have another neuron, we have another neuron, and what we can say that, okay, each of this every neuron is a non-linear classifier. Let's suppose it is a non-linear classifier. Let's suppose it is a sigmoid function, or it can be anything. Let's suppose it is a non-linear classifier. Every neuron is a non-linear classifier. So whenever you will multiply these, or you will add these neurons together, it can perform even more complex non-linear functions. So if this the power of non-linearity of this neuron, and the power of non-linearity of this neuron, the power of non-linearity with this neuron, the power of non-linearity with this neuron get adds up, then it can achieve even greater heights for non-linearity. So that is the reason that neural networks are very good in classification kind of things, or regression. Even regression for neural networks are great, and I hope that you are understanding that why they are good, because like every neuron that we are talking about here is a kind of non-linear classifier. So let's suppose just think about a single neuron. Okay, so this is a single neuron. I think that you should know about the logistic regression. Okay, so for that what we have is we have something like this, that z is going to be theta x, and that is what it is going to be theta 0 plus theta 1 b theta 1 x1 plus theta 2 x2 plus theta 2 theta 3 x3. So this was nonlinear logistic regression, and then the function was 1 divided by 1 plus e to the power minus z. Okay, so this was our sigmoid function. Now let's suppose this uh, neuron is a logistic classifier. How we can say that? Okay, we can say that we have 4 neurons in the previous layer, and what we are saying, okay, so this one is x1, this one is x2, this one is x3, and this one is x4. Okay, and we are saying this is going down here, this is coming down here, this is coming down here, this is coming down here. Okay, and now what we can say that, okay, this is theta 1, this is theta 2, this is theta 3, this is theta 4, and now we are we are adding them up. So x1 is multiplied with theta 1 like here, then x2 is multiplied with theta 2, x3 with theta 3, and x4 with theta 4, and then we are summing them up. Now it is going to make up this part of the formula. Then also we are going to add a bias in this. So we are going to add a bias in this, and that bias is going to be theta 0. So this theta 0 is going to be the bias, and now just to as we have this value, now we can use the sigmoid function, which is this, to get the output of the neuron. So I hope that you understood like how a single neuron can be a classifier. So this is the main idea behind it, that a single neuron is a nonlinear classifier, and when you will add or multiply multiple nonlinear classifier, then it can generate even more complex nonlinearity. Okay, so this is the benefit of using nonlinear classifiers, and there are multiple kind of neural networks that I'm gonna discuss in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.